the third edition of the InnoApps Awards. I am talking to one of the judges about the impact of the competition and, of course, the winners. That's Kumardev Chatterjee. Thank you for joining me. First of all, let me ask you about, this is the third edition and it's a partnership with Huawei. Why are competitions like this so important?
Thank you for the question, Jennifer. I think this is something that is very fundamental to why we're even engaging as EYIF into the competition. So I've been running EYIF for almost 5 years now, in fact a bit more than that. And the underlying theme of my presidency has always been that we need to do things that have quality and impact. Now, you could do a hackathon or a competition just to encourage people, and you could do that also for corporate branding. But what's key about InnoApps and the way we've set it up is that Huawei has always been focused on what causes the maximum impact in the young innovators community, and also for the topics that are interesting for the community and for European society on the whole. And that is what makes this interesting for EY, because we're not just doing a competition to do a competition, though I wouldn't say that we should stop doing competition. In fact, we should do probably more of them to encourage young people. But this competition has always had a purpose, and it's purpose driven, and that's why we are so eager to contribute to it, be a part of it, and continue with it.
And how can a competition like this contribute to Europe's digital goals as a whole, make Europe a competitor on the global stage?
Yeah. So any expert or stakeholder that you speak to about digitization and the digital single market, whether in Europe or globally, will tell you that at the very heart of that is highly skilled people, citizens who have a range of digital skills and can actually bring that to bear. And this is exactly where InnoApps steps in, is that this is a competition that is 9 months long, and it's 9 months long because over that period we train the young people who have applied into how they could actually realize their ideas and go from the idea stage to an app stage. As you might have heard today, there were these two contestants who came together who hadn't met each other before, and in over a period of 2 weeks came up with an awesome app that absolutely wowed the judges. And so InnoApps and competitions like InnoApps that focus on skills, mentorship, and growing individuals are very key to Europe being a successful digital single market. Digital skills in Europe are increasing, but are not at a very high level as they should be. The Nordics are an exception, of course, but and we need to address that at a very decentralized way, and with the support of both the community but also of actors like Huawei who can make it happen.
And the theme of this year's competition was Smart Cities. How was that arrived at, and why was it important?
So Smart Cities, is fair to say, is one of my favorite themes in the digital space. But it's not just because Smart Cities is cool or what we could say, it's the topic of the moment. And actually, the topic Smart Cities have been around for a while, and there have been ups and downs in the implementation of that topic, and now it's somehow one part of the digital agenda and digital single market schemes. But the importance of Smart Cities is that it's really about people taking control of their environment, of their cities, and using technology to leverage value out of that. And that, I think, is what excites everybody about Smart Cities. Not the fact that you'll have a smart parking, or that your windows will adjust to the temperature and your buildings will somehow be more airy. It's the fact that you, as a resident of a smart city, can actually have a say in how the city responds to your needs. And the whole process is digital, i.e. this can be done to a certain extent without bureaucracy and through the use of data and automation.
Thank you very much. Stay with us for more videos and more interviews with the other judges and the winners of this third edition of the InnoApps Awards.